Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on Office 365, specifically which version is right for your business and how to determine which version/license of Office 365 is right for your business depending on the size of your business and other key factors. So let's get started. On the topics today, what I'm going to discuss with you is what is Office 365, specifically what versions of Office 365 are available for small businesses, large businesses, etc. And I'm going to give you some guidelines and determinations on how to determine which version is right for your organization. And finally, I'm going to give you a link in the description on how to sign up for Office 365 or how to sign up for a trial. So first, let's get into what is Office 365. And let's get it straight from the lion's mouth. The Microsoft description available online is that Office 365 refers to the subscription plans that include access to Office applications plus other productivity services that are enabled over the internet. Cloud services such as Exchange Online and email for business, as well as additional online storage with OneDrive. So Office 365, even though it's called Office 365, isn't necessarily a version of Office. The reason it's not is because it includes access to Office applications plus other productivity services, such as Exchange Online and hosted email. But it's called Office 365, but it includes access to all those cloud-based services as well. So I hope you can make that distinction that Office 365 doesn't just refer to a new version of Microsoft Office. That's not what it is. So, Office 365 small business versus Office 365 for the enterprise. I'm going to go over what are some of the different versions of Office 365 for small business and what are some of the different versions of Office 365 for the enterprise. So first, let's talk about the different versions of Office 365 for small business. I haven't published the prices for these three different versions. They are on a per user, per month basis, and you have to buy a 12-month subscription at a time. But these are the reason I haven't published the prices in this video is because usually that information goes out of date as soon as it gets published. Microsoft reserves the right to change that information whenever they want. So check the description and link in the description to see what those prices are. So there are three different key versions of Office 365 for small business. The first one is called Office 365 Business Essentials. The second one is called Office 365 Business. The third one is called Office 365 Business Premium. Now, one thing to note, and the reason this is key and targeted towards small business is because all three of these have a maximum allowed user base of 300 users. So you're not allowed any more users than that. If you are hovering somewhere around that limit, you are a 250 person organization or something, I would recommend not going with Office 365 for just small business. The reason being that you could exceed that maximum and you might have to make the jump to enterprise fairly soon. But if you are somewhere like less than 100 or 100 or something like that, then I would definitely consider Office 365 for small business, any one of these three. What are some of the other key differences between these three? The Office 365 Business Essentials offers online versions of Microsoft Office only. So Word Online, Excel Online, PowerPoint Online, etc. But it does not allow you to install local versions of Microsoft Office on your application not applications, but on your tablets, on your PCs, or on your Macs. But with Office 365 Business and Office 365 Business Premium, you get fully installed Office applications for 5 PCs or Macs per user. And there is no mobile version of Office, again, for Office 365 Business Essentials, but there are mobile versions of Office available for Office on tablets and phones with Office 365 Business and Office 365 Business Premium. With Office 365 Business Essentials, you get an email of 50 gigabytes per inbox, or as in per user. But with Office 365 Business, you get no email And the same with Office 365 Business Premium, you get an email for 50 gigabytes per user. With Office 365 Business Essentials, you get Skype meetings and online meeting using Skype for Business, but for Office 365 Business, you do not. But what is the key takeaway? The key takeaway is if you need online features only, such as Office Online, you don't need mobile versions of Office, and you need some email and online meetings using Skype, then I would consider using Office 365 Business Essentials. If you need local installations of Office on your machines, which most business do, but sometimes you may have access to Office products through some other methods. So let's say if you have Office 365 Business Essentials, but you already have licenses for Office purchased through some other means, then you can consider purchasing Office 365 Business Essentials, because then you don't get the locally installed Office installations on Macs or PCs. But with Office 365 Business, you get fully installed local Office applications, including on your tablets, but no email or Skype for Business. So if you need online features only, consider using Office 365 Business Essentials. If you need local installation of Office only, and that's your primary reason, or if that's your primary reason for accessing Office 365, I would consider going with Office 365 Business. But if you need both, which I would think most organizations would, Office 365 Business Premium is your choice. Next, let's go into Office 365 versions for the enterprise. There are 4 versions of Office 365 available for the enterprise. One is called Office 365 Pro Plus. Second is called Office 365 Enterprise E1, Office 365 Enterprise E3, and the fourth one is called Office 365 Enterprise E5. Notice that E1, E3, and E5, there are numbers missing in the middle. There is no E2, there is no E4. The reason being that at one time Microsoft did consider offering a hybrid model somewhere in between what the options that you see in front of you, between E1 and E2 and E2 and E3 and E3 and E4. There were supposed to be intermediary options, but then Microsoft decided to scrap them. So therefore, you only have E1, E3, and E5 available. So, what does Office 365 Pro Plus get you? It gets you no email. You get fully installed Office applications on 5 PCs or Macs per users, and it's kind of like in the previous slide, if you remember, it's kind of like Office 365 Business, not Office 365 Business Essentials, but Office 365 Business. That way, you get fully installed Office applications on local installations of your PCs or Macs, and you get Office installations of tablets on your phones, but you get no online features. So if you're looking for online features, I would not consider going with Office 365 Pro Plus. So if you're looking for intranet or email or on Skype meetings or live meetings and things like that, I would not consider going with Office 365 Pro Plus. Now, only if you need only locally installed applications of Office on your Macs or PCs. With Office 365 Enterprise E1, it's very similar to Office 365 Business Essentials. In the sense that it only contains the online versions and it has no mobile versions of Office, so you can't install Office on your tablets or PCs. Online versions of Office only include, meaning that you will not be able to install Microsoft Office on your local PCs or Macs, but it does get you email and it does get you unlimited meetings, IMs, audio, HD, etc. However, the difference between the two is that, just like in the previous example, if you're looking for the primary reason for purchasing Office 365 is to get local installation of Office, then I would consider going with Office 365 Pro Plus. But if you already have Office and licenses to install on your PCs or Macs, I would consider going with Office 365 Enterprise E1. With Office 365 Enterprise E3, you will notice there are differences. So you get all the features of Office 365 Enterprise 1 plus fully installed Office applications, 5 PCs Macs per user, both for Enterprise E3 and Enterprise E5. Now, I haven't, if you notice, I haven't listed all the available features of Enterprise E5. There are additional features available for Enterprise E5, but I'll provide a link in the description of all the available features. I didn't want this video to get too long, but those extra features such as local exchanges and telephone exchanges and providing telephone mailboxes and voicemail setups and all things like that, those are the advanced features that you get with Office 365 Enterprise E5 that you don't get with Enterprise E3. But most organizations, in my humble opinion, at 100 users or around that, are looking not for Office 365 Pro Plus. I wouldn't think that you don't want any intranet capability, you don't want any messaging capability. I wouldn't think that. And also, no organization hovering at that 100 user level would be looking for even for Enterprise E1 because you don't get locally installed Office applications. What you're looking for is probably around the either Enterprise E3 or Enterprise E5. The only exception being that if you absolutely don't want internet features or intranet features and other online features, then go with Office 365 Pro Plus. If you already have access to Microsoft Office licenses through some other means, then go with Office 365 Enterprise E1. It gives you all the online features except it doesn't give you Microsoft Office local installations. But Office 365 Enterprise E3 and E5 are essentially what you're looking for. But if you're looking for much more advanced features such as voicemails and telephone exchanges and personalized phone numbers, then you're looking for Office 365 Enterprise E5. So I hope that's clear. Finally, in conclusion, with Office 365, there isn't a one size that fits all. You have to think about your Office 365 licenses and you have to think about them before you make a purchase decision. Reason being that if you're hovering, let's say, around the 250 to 300 user range and you end up going with Office for small business and you all of a sudden jump in hiring and you go above the 300 user limit, then you might be looking at a problem. So you have to think about your Office 365 licenses and what is available, what options are available to you before you make the call and before you make the judgment call as to which Office 365 license to purchase. I'm going to give you a link in the description to get yourself a free trial, but please be mindful of the features that are available and not available in the free trial. Meaning that if you're looking for a particular feature, then do try that feature, but don't go with the Enterprise E5 trial and get used to a feature or start using a feature that you are not going to purchase and you get used to it. Don't do that. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. Go do your quick research. Obviously this video will help, but do a quick research on what features are available in Office 365 E1, E2, E3, and E5, and based on that, consider purchasing your trial. And obviously, if you need any additional help, do send us an email at info@horaceTS.com or visit us online at horaceTS.com. And finally, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And thank you very much for watching.